phonies. I'm Crazy Pretzel coming to you live with the Monday Night Raw review from July 12th, 2010. As 2010 is the year we currently live in. Overall, this Raw show was pretty craptacular. It was the Raw heading into the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, but aside from a couple of things, this was a pretty bad Raw, I thought. I don't know. I'm going to rate the matches and segments tonight on my 1 to 5 scale, being a food scale. 5, of course, being the highest, is going to represent pizza. 4 is a grilled chicken. 3 is an apple. 2 is a Brussels sprout. And 1 is yogurt. Crazy Pretzel does not like yogurt. All the other mentioned foods are either delicious or they're at least qualified enough that I would eat them if offered the opportunity. But yogurt, nobody likes yogurt. So anyway, let's go into the show. So we have a Cena promo open the show, and basically he's bragging about, the whole being like, caught in this bad situation against the NXT guys, and how Sheamus, the jar of mayonnaise, the man without the rainbow, all that stuff, how he hasn't helped him, and it's gonna bite him in the ass that he hasn't helped him. And then Cena says something really weird, like, well, he's talking about how he's gonna fight Sheamus, and then he says he plans on ripping his face off and replacing it with his butt. Okay, I know WWE is PG, but that just sounds like weird. I mean, it doesn't sound like, that sounds like he's gonna majorly do something. It just sounds weird. I wouldn't say that. I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna kick his ass so far that he's gonna be out of this state. I mean, that's literally kicking his ass far, because I live like in the middle of Indiana somewhere. So if I could kick someone's ass far, they'd be in fucking Lake Michigan or Ohio or Illinois or Kentucky. That's making a statement. It was weird. All right, anyway, let's continue on. So NXT comes out and interrupts them wearing these horrible T-shirts. I mean, it just says like N on it, and it says N on the side. Horrible stuff. And so basically, Wade Barrett's says that, Cena brought this upon himself, didn't shake his hand last week on Raw, and, they, won't be feeling sorry for what they're going to do to Cena later on tonight. Yeah, at this point, the stupid general manager sends Michael Cole an email, so Michael Cole's like, can I have everyone's attention for a minute? And everyone boos him because he sucks. And he says that basically the GM made tonight's matchup, like the 6-on-1 handicap match, is basically going to be tag format, and Cena can't have anybody interfere on his side, because if he does, then they'll get suspended for 90 days. But if NXT doesn't comply with the tag format, then they get suspended for 90 days. So it's kind of fair. I still just hate the random email from the GM, though. It's dumb. I think it's really dumb. It would make more sense if the GM was like, yo, Cole, check your email. Like, just yell it out loud or something, and then he would read it off that. That would be better than, that random ding noise that they do. It's stupid. All right, let's move on. Next segment, we got Eve Torres at ringside in this really nice-looking dress. She was smoking. So, we have a Divas matchup. We have Alicia Fox versus Gail Kim. The match lasted 2 minutes, and for the 2 minutes of actual action, it was good. I mean, I like the arm drags from Gail Kim. Alicia Fox was doing her thing, and the action was good. The two divas can wrestle, but WWE gave them no time and had 2 minutes. So based on that, I had to rate this match a Brussels sprout, which is a 2 on my scale. Alicia Fox won with a scissors kick to the back, and then basically the whole match, Eve was kind of being negative on herself. She was kind of like, if I get the opportunity, instead of saying when I get the opportunity, have a little bit more confidence, girl. But anyway, GM sends a little bling, and Michael Cole's like, okay, based off what the general manager told me in the email, which he probably typed himself, Eve gets a shot at Alicia Fox at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. So, yeah, okay, match could have been better. Next segment, we got Hart Dynasty and Natalya versus Usos and Tamina, or as that phony CJ Styles calls him, Tamana. I would just call her the Mana, but that's just me. So, this match, I'm going to give it a yogurt because it was only 3 minutes long, and I don't know, Usos didn't really impress me much. It was one of the first times I've seen them wrestle, but they really didn't impress me. Most of the matchup was Usos were working on Tyson Kidd, and then, he got beat up for a while. Then he finally tagged in David Hart Smith, and then Smith comes in and starts doing a little bit of damage, and then Tamina, comes in and slaps Hart, and then this is where Natalya comes in and starts beating up Tamina. And then Usos wind up winning with, one of them did, a super kick, when, I don't know, Hart had, a sharpshooter or something, I think, on one of the other guys. And then the other guy hit the Superfly Snuka splash on Hart and got the pin on him. So Usos win. Kind of gives them momentum for their tag title match, but I don't know. I haven't really been impressed with the Usos. So I get this match of yoga. Next matchup, actually backstage promo, we had Jericho and Wade Barrett talking, and Jericho was congratulating Barrett, for winning NXT and, doing what he, what he told him to do, and then he's like, look where you are now, you're a star of a group that's, kicking ass, taking names kind of thing. So, definitely respect between Jericho and Barrett, and I think he's the one superstar that kind of has a pass on getting beat up by the NXT guys, Nexus. Then Nexus attacks Yoshitatsu. So based off that, because I'm not really a big Yoshitatsu fan, he's alright, but I don't know. I'll give that a apple on that one. It was worth an apple. And if I eat this apple and fall asleep, I want someone to wake me up because this ain't Snow White ponies. Alright, before I go into the next segment, there's this stupid commercial called Touch of Grey, where I guess it's if men, use coloring to hide their gray and have black coloring. For some reason, they get more chicks. This is what's wrong with, America, men, stuff in the world. But whatever happened to just being yourself and you get the girl? Apparently, in the TV world, you have to be fake to get something. Look at me. I'm real. That's why I'm Crazy Pretzel. I'm real as hell. I may not have a woman around me, but I'm not ashamed of who I am because I'm Crazy Pretzel. So, I don't know what's up with commercials these days. Alright, next segment. We had a Ted DiBiase promo. Basically, he announces that him and Maurice are the new power couple. And I guess, I'm surprised Michael Cole didn't make a pun. Oh, is it because you have Maurice, who's sexy, smart, and powerful, being a WWE diva? I'm surprised he didn't add that in there. But anyway, DiBiase says they're the new power couple and says, that the real power couple, though, is him and that Money in the Bank briefcase. And Maurice is like, oh, no, you didn't. And then DiBiase's like, after I win it, though, of course, I'm going to shower you with gifts and I'm going to shower myself with the best gift of all, a chance at the WWE Championship. Then Morrison interrupts and, rips on him, and then Maurice says something in French, and then Morrison translates it into, kind of what he called the audience, some kind of animal or something, I don't know. And then, Maurice goes to slap Morrison, and then Morrison blocks it, then DiBiase, starts to attack Morrison. And then Morrison fights back and gets the upper hand and is going to go for the Starship Pain, but then Maurice pulls DiBiase out of the ring and saves him. The Starship Pain it's a cool move, but I think it's a weak finisher. Morrison needs to go back to that corkscrew neck breaker. Whoever WWE creative guy decided for him to use the Starship Pain is crazy, and not in a good way. Alright, whatever. So, I gave that segment a grilled chicken, though. I thought it was a well-done segment. Next match, oh god. Next we had the Brady Bunch segment with